Amazing. So we have Shruti Dvivedi Sodhi from Khaitan Legal and Associates, who's a partner and who's been, working in this space, helping startups from a legal perspective and also as a mentor and a guide. She's here to discuss and demystify the world of term sheets. Welcome, Shruti. It's such a great pleasure to have you with us, and thank you so much for taking the time for this.
Thank you, Richa. It's always a pleasure talking to you and contributing whatever little I can.
Amazing, amazing. So, without actually, doing or, discussing anything else, let's deep dive into the world of term sheets. And let's start with the basics. Let's help our student entrepreneurs understand what a term sheet is. Uski zarurat kya hoti hai, kyun sign karte hain, what exactly is a term sheet, and, why it is actually needed in the world of startups.
Right, Richa. See, I think the answer lies in the term itself, the term sheet. So basically, ये एक पहला डॉक्यूमेंट है जो कोई भी स्टार्टअप फाउंडर्स और प्रोस्पेक्टिव फाउंडर्स को साइन करना पड़ता है with their investors if the investors have found some merit and promise in the idea or the opportunity that the startups have come to them with. And especially the younger and the brighter the idea, the more attractive it is to investors. So for them to even begin to explore what that idea is, what the promise is, how can they contribute and support and invest in the promise, and ultimately what's in it for them by the end of it. So that's where the key terms get decided and recorded. Depending on the nature of the transaction or what is it that is relevant for either that industry or just relevant or key to the both the parties concerned, so to speak. So founders ke liye kya important hai? Investors obviously are more sure unko kya chahiye. So key terms dono ki taraf se jo hote hain, they usually get recorded in a term sheet. And like we were speaking earlier, Richa, ye shuruati document hai. This is just the document with which we begin the journey. So kuch cheezein hoti hain that we need to look at as we begin the journey. फाउंडर्स के पर्सपेक्टिव से उन्हें ये देख लेना चाहिए कि क्या स्ट्रक्चर है जो इन्वेस्टर्स बोल रहे हैं। उस स्ट्रक्चर में
वुड यू लाइक टू इलैबोरेट ऑन द स्ट्रक्चर? जब आप स्ट्रक्चर की बात कर रहे हैं तो
स्ट्रक्चर माने कि who all are contributing to the investment, कोई फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर तो नहीं है, अच्छा, and things like what would that entail from the perspective of permissibility under Indian law, because अगर बाहर से पैसा आ रहा है तो उसको लाने के लिए कोई limitations तो नहीं है, automatic route के अंदर आता है कि नहीं आता है वो, I mean the investor will know all of this, but the founder should get to know कि इसमें उनको क्या करना पड़ेगा या उनको क्या चीज पता होनी चाहिए.
Correct. Okay.
So essentially from that perspective, it's always necessary कि what am I going to have to do to get this money? And right. What compliance obligations, जैसे foreign investors हैं तो उनके कुछ international compliances and obligations होते हैं, जैसे bribery के related हो सकते हैं या data protection के related हो सकते हैं. So all of those pieces, it's a good idea to at least know. Now you don't have to go into the details of it, but it's a good idea to know what would be needed and warranted in the journey, given this is the beginning of the journey.
Right.
Secondly, when the term sheet gets signed, there's a deeper exploration of the company that is still needed by the investor. जिसको हम due diligence कहते हैं. तो due diligence का process की शुरुआत होती है term sheet के बाद. और उस प्रोसेस में बड़ी चीजें दिखती हैं, निकलती हैं, जो कि इन्वेस्टर्स कहते हैं कि आप उसको सही करिए, या या इसको सही करे बगैर आपके संग हम इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं कर सकते हैं, या ये ओवर टाइम आपको सही करनी है. सो लार्जली the fact that it's you will have to do a lot of actions after the term sheet. Correct. Is something that one should know. And then जब term sheet बन रही होती है तो उसमें अगर कोई भी ऐसा clause आता है जिसमें the investors have said that standard terms as per the definitive documents largely वो documents होते हैं जो कि sign होते हैं after term sheet is signed and due diligence is complete. So standard terms or definitive documents, so as student entrepreneurs or as younger entrepreneurs मेरी यही सलाह होगी कि आप वो थोड़ा सा अपने लेवल पे एक बारी उसको चेक कर लें and make yourself aware. And if you have any questions, I'm sure they will have mentors like you, Richa, or other people in the ecosystem. It will be a good idea to just make themselves aware of what that is. Right. So in short, long story short, term sheets just the beginning, and it has these two or three things that one needs to be aware of. Sure. And yeah, sure. Start educating yourself during the journeys.